Hi guys, this is Katie and welcome to the start of my next weekly vlog. So if we haven't met before, my name is Katie. I am a primary school teacher here in Bangkok. I work at an international school, and on this channel I like to share my weekly vlogs of teaching abroad, but also some just like general teaching tips as well. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then make sure you hit subscribe. Hi guys, so it is a Monday. It is now like nearly 8:20. The children came in quite early this morning because the pollution is quite high in Bangkok. It's like 160, so the children came in early and just did some activities inside, and now they have gone to swimming. So I don't think they'll actually do swimming because the pollution's high. They'll probably have like an indoor PE type session, but they have that. So they have swimming / PE and music, which means I have 2 free periods, which is great. So this morning I need to like sort out all of the science planning for the term. I do not enjoy science planning, like it is not my subject. I just don't enjoy doing it, but each term we swap around, and this term it's my time to plan science, where I'm finishing off planning from last term because we haven't finished off evolution, so the work is really like heavy going. It's quite like dry, and then we move on to electricity. So I want to try and finish off the whole of the unit today, and then tomorrow I can start focusing on planning electricity for the whole term. I would much rather like plan it as a unit rather than plan it each week. We'll just see how my time goes though, because whether I have time to do it like that is a different matter. But yes, I've decided, like I've been watching a lot of teaching vlogs recently, and I've decided for myself, first of all I'd like to share more kind of teaching tips on this channel, but also I've decided that I'm going to have like different things I want to work on each week. So this week there's 2 things. This week I want to get more organised, so I need to like, I'm pretty good at keeping the children organised. I'm pretty good at keeping them on top of their work and making sure they're up to date with their work. And I do have different things around my room that keep certain areas organised, but I could have more. Like, I want to organise my desk, I want to organise my resource cupboard. It was pretty organised at the beginning of the year and it's just not that organised now. So I need to kind of like go around this week and add a bit more organisation to my room. So I will show you that as I do it, and maybe I'll do like a little tour or something at the end once it's all done, and we'll see. So that's like my first aim. My second aim, randomly enough, so my school, I have to be at school from 7:30, and I finish the day finishes at 2:30, and I go home about 4ish. But yeah, so the school day is from 7:45 till 2:30, but teachers have to be in at 7:30. Now I always normally come in about 7:20, 7:45. I much prefer being in early and getting work done. However, I thought this week, normally I come in with a colleague, and long story short, she's off because she's been quarantined because she went to Japan in the half term. Long story. I'll put out a different video maybe. But yes, because she's not coming in at the same time, I figured this morning I actually just kind of took my time getting ready in the morning, and I feel much better for it. Like I feel more presentable. Maybe I look a bit more presentable, I don't know. I just feel a bit more relaxed. So I thought one of the things I'm going to try this week is not worrying about what time I'm coming in, and just come in when I'm ready to come in. So obviously be here before 7:30, but not rush to be here at 7:20 every morning, because I feel like last night, I knew I was going to do that last night, so I felt a bit more relaxed when I was going to bed, and I just thought maybe I'll try it. I've always come in really early, like, you know, so even when I wasn't a primary teacher and I used to work as a cover teacher, I used to still go into work quite early. So I think I am one of those people, I'd much rather be here early and go home at a decent time than come here late and go home late. But I figured for this week I will try it, and I'll let you know how it goes and how that works for me. But yes, so I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to plan science, and I'm going to chat to you in a bit really. It's been a while. So I actually only have 2 lessons today, and I wanted to quickly show you what we're doing for them. So this week in maths we're starting algebra. This is just actually our quick 5, so we do like a quick 5 math starter, but then we are looking at algebra. So we have lots of different types of questions where we're going to be explaining what algebra means, putting it in different contexts, putting in different word problems, then starting to use letters. How can we work this out? and lots of different kind of examples of this. Then we also have an activity like this. So the children need to work out what the answers would be. So they need to work out what each of these symbols mean, and then they can work out the numbers that they add up to. There's like 4 different ones. It's a double page just for them to get practicing, because it's one of those things they really just need to practice. And then one of the other things they're going to be doing, I'm not sure whereabouts it is on here, but is this. So what is in my bag? And you can write down letters on the board and they can work out the numbers. So it's just kind of like an introduction lesson to it. It should be quite simple, not too overly complicated. So hopefully that should be fine. We'll see how they go with that. And then for topic, we're actually looking at rivers. So we have like a little LO thing here that we're just going to be working through. It is actually a very, very short term, because I think it's a 6-week term, but obviously we already had a residential trip last week, so that is 1 week less. And we also have SATs preparations as well, so it's quite a short term. We also have an expo week, and we have a superhero day as well. So it's just a very busy term. It's quite a short term, so it's quite a short topic. So today we are looking at, they're basically looking at these top trump cards. We have like a set of top trump cards, and then the children are going to be completing this. So looking at the source, mouth, countries of its course, length, of all of these famous rivers here. And the idea is we're doing this in geography, but I'll just quickly show you the artwork. We're looking at superheroes in art and DT, and the children are going to be creating their own top trump card as well. So that's why we're using top trumps in geography, so they can get the hang of what top trumps cards are. Right guys, I've managed to plan my science for this week, and now I'm going to organise my desk drawer because it's a mess. It is awful. I will do a time lapse. Please don't judge. I appreciate how messy it is. Let's do this. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to buy myself like a little organiser box thing. So I have these already that I've used, just like able to like some music in there, just like things that I also need to just kind of grab and use. But I'm going to get myself like a little organiser. So I have so many little clips that I use. In this bag is actually, in this tissue, it's just these, and there's so many of them that I put in a tissue because I've lost the box for them. But I'm going to get like one of those things like with those little drawer compartments, so I can put those types of things in there and then put that on my desk just to keep it a bit organised and have this bit freer. Because like I have these millions of these, for example. I use these often for like marking, making notes, glue sticks obviously to glue in extra bits of work, like next step I often glue in if it is a next step that they can all do. But yeah, I want to get like a little organiser because it still isn't looking that great, to be fair. And then this drawer isn't that exciting at all. I have my smelly stickers because I always give out smelly stickers. I actually just bought a pack of this on Amazon for about £10. I will leave the link in the description below if you want to get those. But yeah, they're great. The kids love them. My school iPad, a few like kind of books and schemes of work and stuff, and then a health guard mask, which I actually picked up from 7-Eleven before the holidays and I haven't used yet, just in case, but it's there just in case I need it. Right, I also need to put up a display. So I have a display well, I have an empty board because it was holding World War II stuff last term and I never changed it. And I'm actually going to use it for maths and literacy because I don't have a maths board and I feel like I probably should have a bit more maths presence in my classroom. So I'm going to kind of divide it and use it for maths and literacy. But yeah, I kind of got a lot of stuff laminated and stuff before the holidays, and there's a lot of stuff like I want to put some children's work up and stuff, so we'll see. I'll probably put that up at some point today, if not tomorrow. Hi guys, just want to quickly check in. It's now 11:25, had a great time and then a maths lesson, and my maths lesson went so well. It was an introduction to algebra. The kids loved it, they picked it up really quickly. I think having the activity really helped, so I'll quickly show you that activity in a minute. But I also did end the lesson with a few Kahoot games, and I will show you that as well, just so in case you're not sure what Kahoot is. But the kids absolutely loved it, gave out lots of smelly stickers. It was a really fun lesson. I need to actually quickly go to a meeting, so I'll show you this stuff, head to my meeting and see you in a bit. Okay, so this was the worksheet, and basically they would have to work out what each of these symbols meant, add them up, and then they could find out the totals down here. There's actually two sides to this sheet and they're all slightly different, but the kids absolutely loved it, and I was amazed at how many of them managed to finish off all of that work. And it was quite nice as well because we didn't do it in books today, just as a introduction lesson of like, let's figure it out, let's work out, let's play around with it. Tomorrow we'll start in our books and they can explain what algebra is in their books, but I think it's really nice having a lesson like that where they can understand it. Once they figured out that, over here, this is Kahoot. If you haven't used Kahoot before, you can sign up for free. It's really easy to use. It's definitely something I'd recommend as a teacher. And yeah, I just signed up, and you can like find anything in here, but I've just typed in algebra key stage 2. This is the quiz we did. You open it like this. This is all the questions, so you can check what the questions are as well. And you press play, and basically it is a they can just type in Kahoot it on their iPads. There's also an app that goes with it if you want to. It can work on laptops, mobiles, iPads, whatever, and they can answer the questions as they go. I let them do it by themselves or in teams, depending on how they feel about the questions that we're doing. But yeah, they really enjoyed this. It was great. It has little like music as well, and then you get like winners at the end of it as well. So yeah, it's great. Also, you can click on reports. This is my very quick overview of this. So for example, this is the algebra questions, ones that we did today, and this tells me this told me what children got 100%, what the final scores were. If I showed all, I think it shows you the top 5. You can pay for like more stuff, but it also kind of breaks down all the questions, what the timings were, what questions they weren't doing so well at, those types of things. So it's really good. I really enjoy using this, especially at the end of a lesson. The kids love it as a nice little plenary to the end of a lesson. One more thing, as this week I'm focusing on organisation, I wanted to quickly show you how I stay organised at school. So this is actually something that's one of the teachers in my year group make, and basically if I just show you this is literally just like calendars from Twinkle. So it has January, it's just basically has term 2. So, and in here I will put in so that was our half term, this is our trip. We have got like important dates coming up. We've got half term here as well, and any important dates and stuff I put in here. But then if you go past here, this is what my like timetable looks like. So these are my 3 periods like coloured in, but then also I'll like write in here the lesson plans. So for example, if I just flick for, I keep going, this is this week's one. So I'm planning science, so I know that this is what I'm doing for science this week, but we haven't met yet to talk about what we're doing in the rest of the lesson. So I'm having a meeting now, and what I'll do is any important notes of like random stuff that I need to do, I'll just write on the back here, so you can see like old week stuff I've just written on the back here. I like to use colour pens as well, just to kind of like colour code stuff. But yeah, anything like all of the lesson stuff I will write in the boxes, so as when I need it. All of the PowerPoints and stuff is on the computer as well. But that's how I stay organised, and all I need is this then to walk around. I take this to meetings, I take this wherever I go, wherever I am, like, so I know what I'm doing. And yeah, I find it really helpful. It's all in one place, it's not too big and bulky, it's just done by terms. And also what I'm going to do is keep my old ones of these. Like this is my first year here, but I'm going to keep this somewhere safe, so that this time next year I can look back and go, right, what did we do last year? Because we used the same plans from last year, so it makes sense to use this as well. So anyway, I'm off for my meeting. So I had my staff meeting, and just like that, this is full of all my lessons for this week. And yes, that is that. It's now lunchtime. I'm going to sit and have my lunch, and I might watch a little bit of YouTube or something like that whilst I have my lunch. I actually managed to make myself a sandwich for once. Normally I end up going to 7-Eleven and getting something to like microwave, but today I managed to remember to make myself a sandwich before I came to school. So I'm going to have that, and I shall see you in a bit. Hi guys, so it's Tuesday today. It's actually like 10:30 in the morning. Sorry, this morning I came in and the pollution is like 200 AQI, which is the highest it's been in Bangkok, I think, since I've been here. So all the children were in the classroom straight away, so I wasn't able to vlog this morning. But I've had 2 productive lessons. I will quickly show you the maths work, because I think it's a really nice lesson actually. So I had 2 productive lessons. I now have a free period to do some bits and bobs. Then I have reading, and then I have another free period. So Tuesday is a good day for me. Okay, I just wanted to kind of show you my lesson today for maths, because I really enjoyed it. The kids really liked it. And yeah, it was just a really nice lesson. So we looked at algebra. We did our 5 a day. Sorry, my scribbles are all over it because we've already done the lesson. We looked at like the rules of algebra and played around with them a little bit more and had some like practice questions. But then they also had this. So basically they had these letters, what's in my bag, and then there was like a clue here, and it gave them the letters P, E, and N, so it's a pen. So then they had these ones, and they had to work out what was in my bag using this. And it was like, this was the whole lesson. Like, they did this on whiteboards. They could go anywhere in the room to do it if they wanted to. They all had like these mini versions of these themselves, and they could go off and do this themselves. And then, so the answer was book, pencil, planner, ruler. So they could do that, and then they could make their own ones up, which they enjoyed doing a lot. It was a really, really good lesson. So yeah, and then we had a quick game of quizzes at the end as well. So it was a really good, fun, productive lesson. Really happy with that. But yeah, that's my morning. I'm going to now get on with some work. I have a free period, and then I have a reading lesson. To be honest, we're just going to be finishing off reading the book The Boy, because we read it before the half term, didn't finish it. So we're going to finish off that and do a bit of comprehension work with it. And then at lunchtime, I actually have a dance rehearsal for the school production Shrek. And then I have a free period, so I'll probably check in with you then. But I shall see you in a bit, guys. Hi guys, so it is a Wednesday today. It is now 7:15. I am quite enjoying my coming in a little bit later. It's just giving me a bit more time to relax at home and kind of like chat to Callum, have some proper breakfast. So that's going well. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick to it, but we'll see. Today is actually a bit of a funny day. Today is our longest day. Like, I have a full day of lessons, and normally I have a like half an hour singing lesson at the end of the day, which is like, it's not my lesson, it's the music teacher's lesson, but the music teacher is off. So I think we'll end up probably keeping the kids, or we'll be doing class rehearsals in our classroom, or all the teachers will just go and practice with the kids. So actually I don't have a free period today, so it's quite a full-on day. Then on top of that, we have a few kids out and a few teachers out. So there's 7 teachers in my year group. One of them went to Vietnam in the half-term holidays 2 weeks ago, and one of them went to Japan. And the Thai government have turned around and said, if you went there, you have to put yourself in 14 days quarantine. So those people are off in their self-quarantine stuff, which is just silly, because we all went on a residential trip last week. But anyway, we're going to listen to the government, so that's what they're doing. So those people are off. Pollution has got better, but all of the local schools in Bangkok have been closed. Last time they closed local schools from Wednesday to Friday, and then they closed international schools on the Thursday and Friday. So a lot of parents are like, oh, we're going to close tomorrow, la 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 la. So we'll just see. I never had to deal with these issues in England, I swear. I know it's a big issue. Might have to have a day off, I know. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Anyway, I'm going to get set up, and I shall speak to you in a bit. Hi guys, so it's now Wednesday lunchtime. I'm just quickly finishing off marking some of my spelling books. Yeah, it's been a really, really busy day. Wednesday always is. I had a really nice science lesson though. Like, I think I mentioned in a video before, I am planning science this term, and I'm not a big fan of science. Like, it's just not really my subject. But it's been quite nice. I think I've actually preferred planning it and then teaching it, because I just feel a bit more confident teaching it. But yeah, so my kids have gone to lunch, and I'm going to quickly eat my lunch in a minute, because then I need to go up to the dance studio, because we're having auditions for a hip hop like thing. So basically there's a big Thai hip hop competition in a few months time, and then we're only allowed to have 9 children in the hip hop group. So they're auditioning all of our dancers this lunchtime to then like finalize the group. So I said I'd go up and help judge and stuff like that. So I'm going to go and do that in a minute, but I'm going to eat my lunch quickly first. And yeah, that's kind of my plan. I need to just kind of finish off some marking first as well. I'm trying to be a bit more on top of stuff. Normally I send home their spellings on Friday, but I'm going to send home their spellings today so they get a bit more time, but also because I'm not entirely sure. So basically the pollution has got quite a bit worse. So I was turning off my thing. The pollution's got quite a bit worse, and we might end up closing. To be honest, I know obviously like everyone loves a day off school, but to be honest, it's one of those things. We've just come back from residential. We're quite behind on stuff. We've had people off this week because of the quarantine from the coronavirus. The last thing we then need is to be off school for the pollution. But you know, obviously the extra day off, for me as a person, I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. But for me as a teacher, I'm a bit like, oh, there's so much to do still. So I'm just gonna get on top of my marking for my spelling stuff, hand that out later, make sure everything is sorted just in case tomorrow doesn't happen. But yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna do this, have lunch, and I shall see you after school, guys. Well, hi guys. So it's now Friday. So it is like 9:30. Sorry, I've just had like a really busy day. Didn't manage to film anything yesterday. This morning I came in and I had a parent meeting first thing in the morning, and then we had like a lesson this morning that I needed to prepare for. So yeah, it's just been a bit of a manic day. This morning we had a Juilliard lesson. So the school I work at are part of a big like international school organisation, and they're partnered with Juilliard, the performing arts school in New York, and we are doing like this Juilliard classroom. There's like a Juilliard classroom thing that we do, and it's the first time I've done a drama Juilliard lesson with my class, and they so much loved it. It was so good, bless them. They really enjoyed it, so I'm glad that we did that this morning. Normally on a Friday morning we have assembly, and if we don't have assembly it's like catch-up time, but we didn't have an assembly today, so it was nice to have something like that to like fill that lesson, because I think sometimes on a Friday, because they know it's a Friday and they're looking forward to the weekend, if you don't have that structure you can kind of lose them a little bit. So I think that was really a nice way to start the day. Anyway, they've got a free period, well, I've got a free period now. They've gone to languages. I'm just trying to get together a few bits and bobs ready for next week. I haven't got loads of stuff to do. To be honest, we actually haven't done much in their books this week because it's been like learning new concepts and stuff like that. So there's not loads of marking to do, but it's just kind of getting a few bits and bobs organised ready for next week. So yes, that's what I'm going to do now. Today, after that, I have got reading. So the children are just going to finish off reading The Boy, and then they are also using Read Theory, which is a website. So I'm just going to get them to practice that. It's like they read a little passage and they answer some questions. And then for literacy, they are writing their own flashback story. I think that's what they're doing. I need to double check. I haven't looked at the PowerPoint yet. And then they have lunch. I have duty. And then after lunch, I'm going to do a bit more of the Juilliard lesson because we didn't quite finish off our Juilliard lesson. And then it's CFT time, so I will probably watch Shrek. So that is my Friday. It's quite a chilled out one. I do love a Friday, but yeah, that is the plan so far. Okay guys, that is the end of my day. It is now 2:30 on a Friday, and I'm literally closing up my computer whilst talking to you because I am tired. I am going home. I had a really good day today. We did our Juilliard lesson this morning. I think I mentioned it. It was a really nice lesson. Caught up on quite a bit of work that needs to get done. After lunchtime, the children we did a lot of like the children were writing like a flashback scene in literacy, so they were writing that, and this afternoon it's just been kind of like finishing bits of work off. And then we also finished off watching Shrek for our CFT time, which is like our golden time in year 6. So yeah, it was a good like day. Tired now, didn't get half of the stuff that I wanted to get done this week done. I wanted to organise a few more bits in my classroom. I did, however, buy a few things. I've ordered, we have something called Lazada over here, which is a bit like Amazon or eBay. Well, it's more like Amazon. So I've ordered a few stuff, so that should be here next week. So that stuff will arrive next week, and I will show you that stuff when I organise my room a bit more. I have organised some areas, but there's some bits that I'm just still not happy with, so I will do that next week and I will show you. But until then, I shall see you very soon, guys. If you like the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more teaching videos and living abroad videos, and I shall see you very soon. Bye!